Tarzan showed us that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, I think Neferi's kind of rough. I'm sure there's stuff that we can think of if you just sit there and aren't casting. One or two obvious AD junglers that maybe we're not, like Talon, it's smoothies.
Yeah.
And I got a really nice smoothie. And up until that point, I only got like the bowls, you know, like an acai bowl with just a lot of fruit.
Yeah, those
stuff. I'm holding off a little bit to see if we get action. I don't think we'll get action. I think we're very much brewing, and it looks like we're solid.
Yeah, Teddy actually didn't get the memo that we're not doing this.
No, he does. He does. It's fine.
No, he just sat there for a while longer than necessarily
needed to. Yeah, not at all. Apollo TP's the bot.
Yep. So how much went all over your front?
So I actually, thanks to my cat. Oh,
never mind. Bit of a dive here towards the bottom side, and that is just a dead Sante.
That's Rich. Hands up in frustration.
And I don't know. Yeah, it's.
So that's how I felt, actually, right there. Because my entire face and my shoes, I actually didn't get on my shirt, were covered in smoothie.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a mess.
It was the perfect time to get to the end of the story. That's kind of fun.
I kind of like that.
Let's see how it's going to work here for Croco as in goes Sponge. Magnustorm to try and turn this, though, as Petrifying Gaze doesn't quite get the stuns, and down goes Polu. The spears are sort of flying all wayward, and Closer is just dead. DRX, they answer back beautifully here, but don't quite know what the plan was there by the bros.
Playing onto Sponge here.
Maybe they thought they'd find a Killer Instinct angle to get hype in there.
You can't do that.
Well, if in doubt, kill Rich seems to be the plan here, as there is the Croco and Morgan show that we were asking for, and that's a 1.5k gold lead.
It looks like Croco is actually going the...
You have the Miasma. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fine, but I don't think it warrants the champion. They're going to contest!
Well, let's see whether they can actually find the angle, as the spear is just avoided here by DRX. Teleport back in from Closer, though, as he's looking for the angle. Croco needs to land some of these, but he's not really hitting them, and there goes the Drake. Void Seeker going to connect onto Rich, and it's going to be a Hextech Soul this game as well. The Rift Herald is just going to be secured here by DRX. Bros still retain a 2,000 gold lead off the back end of this. It's kind of crazy that they're able to get that far ahead. Of course, most of it is on the Crocodile. About it a lot.
You do love talking about Morgan.
I just tend to talk.
Well,
and actually mainly about Morgan.
I was about to say. All goes back to 2021, Atlas. Yeah.
But it's going to be a little while. Isn't going to go for Infinity Edge second or anything like that. Can kind of do that and get away with it, but do want some attack speed in the build.
Especially in this game.
Oh, yeah.
So how many people in chat do you think are making the Cassiopeia no boots joke?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Let's check. Very scary on this Crocodile, as we know, but it looks like Bro might be giving this up. Let's see how this one's going to go. The teleport comes in, and Morgan, with the rest of his team, and he's just walking forward. He's like, guys, I am huge, and I will be able to take these guys down. Sponge gets out of the pit. Croco gets in. There's the Magnustorm, and they've caught two out of position. Down goes the Rise. Yeah, who didn't get the memo that they were backing away, and they secure the Dragon. The Bros are looking to try and do it again. That's Feats of Warfare as well, locked down, and they get the second Drake for themselves.
Might not just be that. They might be looking for Otacon as well.
Is this a bridge too far? The answer is probably not, because there's no Rise for another 20 seconds.
There's no Teddy. He's walking way over from mid lane. I don't think they have the damage.
Yeah, he doesn't have On the Hunt available.
Right, Sponge.
As there's a little knockback onto Morgan. They're going to look for the turn angle. Cataclysm onto Closer, who's standing his ground. Teddy gets stunned up, but he's doing a pretty good job standing his ground. There's the dash around from the Cassante, but he just doesn't have any money. Oh god, Sponge! Highway robbery as Polu comes on over, but he's not able to stop him. Teddy will go down as the slices and dices come in, but Otacon is such a big prize, and Yahoo! He's going to turn back up. The triple knock up from Sponge. They take down the Kaiser, and it's DRX that are able to get it done. Morgan will go down, and I have a feeling that that emote is going to be necessary. The shaky hands for the Renekton out of frustration here for the Bros, unless they can get some sort of psycho turn. I don't know about that one, as out goes Croco.
Basically, it's even, is what we're saying.
Polu
died.
Polu died. Just,
very straightforward.
Was caught in a place on the map that he wasn't allowed to be.
Just trying to clear a vision as Morgan might have to take matters into his own hands. Can he get the plasma stack for hype?
Now he's going to try, as Rich goes all out, and then he's all out of options, unfortunately. And Hype comes on over. That is going to be another one picked up. He now has his Infinity Edge done, so ignore that -1 because it was Morgan, so it doesn't count. He didn't need that money.
Atlas, are you familiar with the term biased cost?
Yes.
Yes.
This is happening, but can they actually do anything
they
about it?
That's I think they're too late.
Yeah. Probably going to get held out of the pit here as Andal just buying space, and the spear is not going to land. DRX highway robbery. They'll be able to steal away the purple buff.
Soul point, but Soul point for Nash, that's not worth it. It was Soul, no-brainer. Now they got to hold on tight and pray that they get the opportunity to get themselves to the Hextech Soul somehow.
It's going to be the big one. Sponge and Yehu getting to work on this inner turret. That is going to extend the gold lead here for DRX.
Bro can actually just sit and not do anything for the next, like, 8.5 minutes. They can, right? Because they're sitting at Soul Point. DRX is nowhere near. The real issue, again, is what do you actually skill towards? And it really is just Cassio and Hype.
It's a bit cute. On the Hunt does come down. That's a good charm on a closer, but they don't really get any real damage. On the Hunt now on cooldown.
Again, bottom 2 are out. DNF, they're not technically locked yet, but they are in, obviously, a very deep hole right now.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be one of these 2 teams in 9th place.
Yeah.
It's them or BNK, most likely. So getting a direct win over your opponents is a really big deal. And for BRION, really, a lot of their wins, funnily enough, came against teams on...
The Dragon has now spawned. Oh, goodness. Are we flipping for Hextech Soul?
Oh, yeah, bro, 1-2. For sure.
Well, they're going to start this one up. Oh my goodness, it's taking so much damage. Morgan is just going to be Hexgating over. Rich will follow him. The quickness gets into the backline, but where is the follow-up as Morgan flashes over? And Rich uses it as a way to taxi his way forward. They take down the Jarvan. The killer instinct, oh no! He didn't really want to do that, but fortunately they did have a crocodile, but it may not be enough. Closer is still alive. Yeah, who is so big, and in goes Croco. Andal, I just don't think he'll have any sort of assistance here, and Yehu has to do it alone. He has to be the hero, but he's on the miasma, and he's taken by Croco, and they have the Hextech Soul. I didn't even see the dragon go down. This is absolute cinema, and I love it. Mayhem, Atlas. You know, and they just didn't kill
Croco,
the resto shaman.
He was wobbing and weaving. He was getting that line of sight.
And in the meantime, Sponge is just dead. Okay, welcome back to live, ladies and gentlemen. The jungler is now down, and the bros... Oh, there must have been an influx. It must have been you guys yet again. The purple in the chat has now transferred into the game, and is now a buff surrounding the bros as they march towards DRX.
Pay to win in my LCK.
Oh, absolutely, and we love to see it. Capitalism, baby. As all right. The bros now just diving. They know they can see it, and they've got Hextech Soul. Man, it is so disgusting. Down goes everything. Hype is collecting a triple kill, and Teddy turns up just like Donald Glover with the pizza. It's a quadra under the inhibitor turret. Inhibitor to follow here, and the bros, they are done with this. They want to go home. It's about 11 p.m. And yeah, out of the death chamber and straight back in there once again. Could have potentially been a pentakill there for Hype, but instead it's Croco that locks it down, and the pros do it again. Back-to-back reverse sweeps here in their first week of this round. They're looking good.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.